host of this special program today, Reverend Dr. Rodney Coles, and I welcome you to the Community Insight broadcast. Today is going to be a little special explaining what is the purpose of the broadcast is to bring information to the community. And I want to share, there's a lot of information, but I want to share with you the information that you need to know more about the community, how you can get help, the resources in the community, some of the programs in the community so you'll know about it. I'll be reading off the paper. The beginning, Churches Outreach Network is a part of the umbrella of the Community Insight Broadcast and the Community Unity Network. Churches Outreach Network is a 501c3 organization, provides assistance to the community through feeding hungry and provide resources and education assistance to those in need. What is the vision of the Churches Outreach Network? It's to reduce the hunger gap and provide help for those who are hopeless. We want to mention about a program that's been existing for going on 10 years in the month of April of 2019. This is called the We Care program, known now as Career Readiness. And what is the We Care program and where it's located at? The We Care program is located at the Community Crossroad, which was once the Community Shelter is the name, but now it's called the Community Crossroad, which is located at 207 Manhattan Avenue. I want to explain a little bit of what is the We Care program that was developed through Lynn James and myself and Miss Mary Tate, who helped run that program and is still running the program, which is Miss Glenda Joyner and as well as Evangelist Hennison. The We Care program was help the career readiness of job search as well as resources system. It geared to help those who are temporarily living inside the shelter, helping those who's living in the community, assisting them with job placements, assisting them with legal aid, information, veteran, and disability. The key of the We Care program is a one-stop shop where you can go whether you're living in the community crossroad or you're living in the street. And if you listen to this broadcast, they are there Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 in the morning. You can go there. We are partners with Pitt Community College, which they have a lot of resources that they're connecting with career readiness. They're also working with other programs in there where you can help and better yourself and better your life. We have legal aid a part of that program, so they also give you information, how you need legal information, how to work with maybe dealing with your landlord or dealing with some issues that may be on your records, things they can work with. We also have the Housing Authority that comes there. We have the Greenville Housing Authority that comes there to tell you when you can apply to get an apartment with the Housing Authority, how you can get information on different programs. And the Housing Authority has many programs that I'm unable to probably give it at one time on this broadcast. They have the Shelter Plus program. They have other programs that they help. They have budgeting programs. So when you go there, you get to hear from the folks who's talking about the programs. I want to talk about this broadcast is really to give you the information. We are really fortunate to have other folks on this show that's hosting this show, bringing information to this broadcast to the community. We have Pastor Eve Rogers from New Dimension Church. We have Reverend Bob Hudak, who is actually a retired priest from the St. Paul's, but now is with North Carolina Council of Church. We also have Ms. Denisha Harris, who's also is on the board of Churches Outreach Network and also work with the city of Greenville, bringing information to the community. The purpose of this broadcast is to bring information. If you have information that you would like to share with the community, please reach out to one of us. You can go to the website, U as an umbrella, N as a Nancy, 2015.org, and fill out the information if you'd like to be a part of this broadcast. I want to talk about our feeding program with Churches Outreach Network and the Community Network. We have emergency feeding program. We work partnership with the Department of Social Service for those who cannot get their food stamps immediately. That's a program that we work with them through a food voucher program. We are now working with a new program through the Joy Soup Kitchen, where you can get a voucher for a box of food. At the same location, we use the Joy Soup Kitchen now as a location where you can pick up your box. All you have to do is go to the website, CUN2015.org. There's an intake form. In that intake form, you fill out the information inside that intake form on the service that you may need help with. So one of the part of that is emergency food. You can be able to get a box of emergency food during the course of that week if you're in an emergency by going into the website. I want to mention also we have our community feeding our children program. That is a program that is working, and the coordinator there is Mr. James Hooker. He's running that program. We are doing right now 500 book bags per week of giving to the children. We are partners with the school. We do not identify the children. The social workers from the school does that. All we do is provide the boxes of food for them. So those folks are being given to the social workers to give to the children. And we also do the holiday boxes, which we do it for I call it Passover, but y'all call it Easter. And we also do it for Christmas, and we do 2 boxes per family. That's the community feeding. When we started this program on community feeding, there was 14,000 children was not getting meals. We're down now to 11,000 of children who's not getting meals, and we're still working on community feeding the children. When you go to the website, you can go to the same website on community feeding the children and get more information. You may have a child that may need to be on that program. All they got to do is contact the social worker. All we do is provide the food for them. I want to mention about the mobile pantries. We have a few mobile pantry feeding programs. Most of you are familiar with the one that we have across the street from the Joy Soup Kitchen, which is 713 Albemarle Avenue. This is open for anybody and everybody. All you have to do is bring a box. We do not ask for your ID. So if the only thing we had to know, what is your name and how many people's in your household. That's the only information that we ask to get that information. We have plenty of food that comes out towards that 713 Albemarle Avenue. We always ask you, please bring a box. You bring your box and you get this food here. And if there's more food, you can get online a second time. And that is at 713 Albemarle Avenue every first Wednesday, and we start at 8:30 in the morning. We also don't know when the change of the weather, so we have a calling system called a Call Me All. We'll let you know that we're not doing food because it's being done on the outside. We have other feeding programs. We also have in Grimesland. We also that is Pastor Sheila Driver. They do that every second Thursday of the month. We also have the Sycamore Church right next door to Bojangles. They do it every Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think every third and fourth. All this information is on the CUN 2015 website. We also have St. John Missionary Baptist Church. They do it twice a month as well. I believe there's the second and also the fourth Thursday. At St. John Missionary Baptist Church, Evangelist Black, she's in charge of that. And you will see that on the website. We also in St. Luke's Church out there in LaGrange. So those are feeding programs, as well as we have in Farmville Community Center in Farmville. That's Pastor Gay when they're doing a part of a feeding program. And these are part of where we have hot meals as well as the mobile food boxes that we give out towards them. I want someone to share some of our senior citizens. We've been doing senior citizens for now, be going on 12 years, feeding boxes. 2 years ago, we was introduced to a program called the CSFP, which is a USDA program. Right now, we are doing 850 boxes of those food for our senior citizens. And we have different locations that you can even register your senior citizen up. I would really tell you to try to give me a contact or email me to let you, and I'm gonna give you my email to contact me on my cell phone or text me or email me so we could get together for the senior citizens and make sure they register up for those food boxes. So we are doing that. But we also do attend products that helps out with the senior citizen. We also partners with Council on Aging. And last year, we had put together was a coalition of all the resources of Pitt County working with senior citizens. And we had a beautiful, beautiful Christmas party for them at First Presbyterian Church in 2019. So if you're senior citizens, we do have programs working with our senior citizens. This information today, I want to take the time to share with you all the information that we have in the community and who we're working with. I want to mention something about the No Excuse Healthy Living Alliance. This is through a program that's underneath the Interfaith Clergy, and I will tell you what the Interfaith Clergy about as I'm going down this list. But the No Excuse Healthy Living, you can be an organization or a church to learn more about health. You can go to that website. You go to that website, the same website I gave you, CUN2015.org, you'll be able to connect to the No Excuse Healthy Living Alliance and learn about the health program. There's a lot of programs and health programs in our community, but if you want your church or your organization to be more about that, we can work along with you. And we have some mini grants that can help you get your church or your organization where you can get a certain amount of money every year for just doing a health program. And there's going to be a big event taking place on February the 21st of this year. So I prefer if you can contact me, I'll be share more information with you because I have a lot on my list to share with you that I want this to go by. I want to mention about the Interfaith Clergy. Interfaith Clergy is the interfaith groups committed to promote unity and peace through the service of God's children. Of all God's children. We identify the need and offer opportunity to serve others and to work together and to address issues in our community. We have a meeting 7 times a year, our monthly meeting, and we do a large event. It's called the MLK, the Martin Luther King, and we just had a large event this year, and we had a guest speaker. Our keynote speaker was Mr. Morgan Williams, and he did a fantastic job explaining things about history to the children. We have folks that comes. We have Mr. Joyner with the Hype Step team come there. We have Justice for Changes there. We had a representative of the NAACP. We had a representative of a rabbi there, the Jewish faith, and that is something that we come together in unity to talk about what we need to do in our community in the interfaith group. All pastors is invited to always come to the interfaith meeting. Our next meeting won't be until March. You can go to clergy2014.org, and I'm quite sure you'll be able to go to the CUN 2015 to connect to the Interfaith Clergy to know more about the interfaith group. We also like to work as interfaith group with other organizations, bringing information to the churches so they know what's going on and so they can have the information. So we invite not just the clergies, but we also invite other resources that come to share with the clergy group what you're doing. We have a lot of folks that comes there displaying the service that they're doing, and we're able to bring that back to the churches. And that's the interfaith clergy. I want to speak about another program that we have is called Real Men Talk. The Real Men Talk is working with I call her Ms. Jones from Strive, but it's the Strive program now called NC Life. Real Men Talk, where real men be able to sit down and talk about issues. These men who came out of jail, those who's not in jail, never been in jail, and those who came out, this is an opportunity for us to sit down and to talk about information, discuss things in life. We have Mr. Ernest Lee that be there. We have some of the judges there. We have lawyers there. We have pastors there. And you know what? It's good for men to sit down to talk about things in life. And that's one of the problems that men don't do is learn how to sit down and that's to talk about issues where we can yell and, we don't use all the right language, but they get out there and use what needs to be said to get their point across. And how can we work together? See, the problem that with men's not meeting together is that we're not sharpening each other's knife. Men's meet together for one reason and one reason only, is to change what? knowledge. Females always meet together. They got book clubs, they got tea clubs, they got this little club, they got exercise club, they got all type of clubs, and they continue understanding how to work together. It's the men's that I believe is the one that God is coming after, because it's we the one that brung sin into the world, and we the one gonna be responsible. And how we get our men's. We talking to men's about different issues. We talking about men's and being a real man is taking, standing to the plate. You shouldn't have child support coming at you. Real men talk is where you got real men to talk. They talk about issues. Come with blue jeans and sneakers. This is no dress-up occasion. We meet in the evening time at 3. We meet at 600 West 3rd Street at the Stride facility. And next meeting be February the 4th to talk about issues. And then we have some good meal right behind that. But the key thing is talking about issues. And every time I sit a real man talk, even myself get a better understanding. You see, being a man is not the most easiest thing to be, to step in that role of how you need to handle your life and your business. And we just talking about issues and seeing changes happen, talking about getting a job, talking about keeping a job, talking about, how do the wife plays a part with the husband. And most of the time, and I say this many a times, most men's not who they are is because of the wife that God gave them. They bring out the best out of us. Understanding the role of a husband, understanding the role of the wife, and how we supposed to come together. There ain't no boss. We all work together. But I wanted to mention that. So we have the Real Men Talk on February the 4th. It's the next meeting that we have at 6 o'clock. Listen, I'm going to give my telephone number. If you don't have it, I believe that a personal touch is better than a preaching word. My cell phone number is 252-717-9600, 252-717-9600. I want to mention something new. The Community Unity Network Resource Center. This took place in 2016. And you say, what is this? There's a sign sitting on the Joy Soup Kitchen. We have an app, which we do intakes, where intakes, like I mentioned previously, the intake form will help with resource. Let me give you the mission statement first. We bring resource to the community concerning helping with food, community awareness, rent assistance, senior citizen program, veteran assistance, education assistance, and others. We partners with churches and other organizations. There's churches say, listen, we don't mind helping contribute money towards these issues. We have funds that working with those that can help pay your rent. And it's not just giving you rent money, but to find out why you in that circumstances. So help paying your rent, getting your light bill turned back on. We have paid people in the hotel. We have got people transformed from the hotel into houses, to apartments, and working with programs. There's certain funds that comes in our community. You don't know about it, but we know about it. We know that certain folks have been funded and doing certain programs in our community. So we bring these information to you so you'll know about it. There's certain churches that send money just to GUC so we can help pay their light bills. But we working with a program called Charity Tracker so we can make sure that we are working and spending their money wisely. So that's one of the programs that we work with called Community Unity Network Resource Center, where you be able to get your information. We have helped folks actually not just get a job, but we actually have helped people move into a brand new home because they didn't know the program that was available with no money down. Even with bad credit, got them into certain areas. They were spending more money for an apartment and they needed a home. Helping people with rent assistance that they need help with. Helping people, there's issues that's going on even with bed bugs. Helping them and finding folks to make sure they can exterminate their places and get those bed bugs out there. There's a lot of resources that we bring to the Community Unity Network. We also have an app that you can download the app. And we also encourage other church and other organizations that like to be a part of that. Pray to get your information out there so they know the things that we can help the community with. That's the Community Unity Network. We work of bringing resources to our community. I have to take a moment. I want to share that the key of this is to help you. We partners with other folks. Why? So we can bring their information to you. There's a program at Hope of Glory Ministry, called a co-op, and helping you learn how to budget your money. And we ask questions on the intake form. Do you have a budget? Most people problems that they don't have a budget. They don't know how to spend their money. They got less coming in, but more coming out. And they don't know how to budget their money. So we work with that. There's a mentor that worked with you at the Hope of Glory Ministry. I don't believe in duplicating a service that's already here. I believe in working with them, working with the service. Now, even at the Joy Soup Kitchen, it's bringing more resources. Community networks is inside the Joy Soup Kitchen, bringing resources to the community so you can have this type of information to help you. If you have HIV, there's fundings that help pay for your rent. And we don't want to spread your business out like that. But we have folks available, and that's why we do an intake, is to quiet and help you through the information that you need help with. We have the Resource Center in Bethel. We also want to thank Angelina and Mayor Brown to make it happen, and the commissioners there, that they have the resource there. We are working now on a STEM program, after-school program with Dr. Gary Moore, who got a program working with the after-school there at the Bethel School there, and work along with the ECU students and bringing STEM there. Him and Mr. Maurice Joyner are working with these children. Churches Outreach Network, Community Network, Interfaith Clergy, Community Feeding Our Children is all working together in a collaboration. The brain is information. We'll be starting in 2019 a We Care Phase 4 in Bethel. We have one in Farmville, working at Farmville, where you get the We Care program, and working with the college. We have one in the Crossroad. We have another one at the Soup Kitchen that we work with. Then now we are working with the one in Bethel, and that is something new, bringing information to the community. That's what it's all about. So this program is a little different than our normal program. We'll welcome you to be on the broadcast. We'll welcome you to come to the Interfaith Clergy meeting, to learn more about what the pastor's doing. We're welcoming pastors. Listen, if you want to sit down, have some coffee, to learn more of what we're doing, my cell phone number again is 252-717-9600. If the voicemail is filled, it's called text. Text me. I will text you back. Set up a time. Get your church more involved. You know, we talk about certain things and going in our community, but the community looking for us to step to the plate. It look for us to help out. We still working with disaster recovery for Pitt County. It's another ministry is owned by the community and helping these people who've been out since Matthew. Now, when new storms come in, they forgot about the Matthew, but we don't. So there's meetings that's talking about that. We have programs working with the Council on Aging. We have partners with them in getting information. We have information coming from Vidant Hospital. Information, they're helping with information in the community. There's a lot of information that you're not receiving because you're not reaching out towards it. Community Unity Network and Resource Center, that's what we're about. And we would love, if you say, listen, I would like to have that kind of center in my church. We will set you up. How you can do it right in your church and have people get the information, because all the information sit in a database to help them. It's going to take all of us to come together, to work together in our community to make it happen, to bring this information. You must go on these websites. CON 2007, that's the Churches Outreach Network. C is in cat, O is in onions, N is in Nancy, 2007.org. That's the Churches Outreach Network website. You can link to all of them after that. Then you go to the Community Unity Network website, CUN2015.org. And you can link on, or you can go to the Interfaith Clergy, CLERGY. How about I got our CLERGY, clergy2014.org. You learn more about the Interfaith Clergy, what they're doing, and what we're coming together. We welcome you. You know, we have to come together in unity for our community to work together. We're spreading out to the rural areas. Martin County, we're in Martin County. We're working in Beaufort County. We're working in these areas. We have a pantry in Robinsonville, working with them there. So the reason I'm doing this special broadcast on Community Insight, to let you know, we're not just bringing people here just to have a talk show. We are bringing resources here for you. If you need help, that's where we are coming at, and how to work together in our community. So if you go into those websites, you get the information. I also want to share with you, we also are part of an organization, part of a foundation called the Toys for Tots, Marine Corps. And we're helping children with toys. And we have other folks in different areas helping people with toys. And I just want to share that Christmas come not just once a year to me, it's all day long to help people. So you may want to get your church involved. You may want to get your organization involved. I cannot do it by myself. I need everyone to connect to this here. This belongs to God. It doesn't belong to me. It's about us working together. What Dr. Gary Moore doing in Bethel, he needs help. Where Jim Hooker's doing, he needs help. Where Pastor Eve Rogers, she needs help. Reverend Bob Hudak, there's so many. Denisha Harris, I could go down the list. But it's going to take us all coming together for the community. Please visit the websites. Call me. Reach out. Help the people in your community. Let's don't continue talking about the problem. Let's try to see how we can solve the problem. As Brother Walter says, start giving them a hand out, but give a hand up. Help them get away from where they're at. God bless, and I thank you.